This just in, Omar Jimenez has been looking into this, and CNN has just learned that the NYPD is not actively investigating Sean Diddy Combs, according to sources. This after the R&B singer Casey Ventura has filed a lawsuit against him, and the allegations she's leveling against him are, frankly, truly shocking. She was his girlfriend. She says in a federal lawsuit that Combs repeatedly physically abused her and raped her when she tried to leave him. She also accuses him of forcing her to have sex with other men and luring her into a drug-fueled lifestyle that led to her struggle with addiction for years. Combs' attorney calls the lawsuit absolutely baseless and vehemently denies the allegations against his client. For more legal perspective on this, criminal defense attorney and CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson is here. These allegations couldn't be more extreme and shocking.
Yeah.
And especially when you're talking about someone who is in the public eye, like Sean Combs, with all the names he's come through, P. Diddy, Puffy.
Yes.
He is an icon in the business. But this is civil, not criminal, correct, at this point?
Absolutely, yes. So, Sarah, what happens is explosive allegations, right, within this complaint. And just to be clear, it's a civil lawsuit.
Right.
Civil lawsuit lays out chapter and verse what she is alleging, that is Ms. Ventura, as to his conducts, talking about the abusive nature of it, not only limited to New York, although it's being filed in the Southern District Federal Court, but going on to a trip to Las Vegas, California, Miami, indicating a lot of things. Now, to your point, this is civil, so it relates to damages, monetary damages, right, in the event the lawsuit is proven. That's distinguishable, of course, if it were a criminal prosecution where it would relate to life or liberty interests, right?
Right.
That's about jail. This is not about jail, it's about civil, although, interestingly enough, the allegations contained relate a lot to misconduct, which could be deemed criminal if it were in that court.
I mean, the allegations, what they're alleging, it would be illegal activity.
Yes.
But we just got this in, that the NYPD is not investigating this. In other words, that would indicate what? That it has not been filed, she has not gone to the NYPD to file a case?
So apparently, Sarah, according to the allegations, they are, somewhat removed as it relates to time.
Right.
But I should say, even though they're somewhat removed as it relates to time, because of the nature of the allegations, whether it be sex trafficking or rape, they are not the same statute of limitations, right? There's no bars on those. Having said that, it appears that at the time of occurrence, she didn't go to prosecutors, she didn't file police reports. Now, that was because she, believes that it wasn't safe for her to do so, according to her. But the allegations, as we know them, again, are not being investigated, as you just reported, by the NYPD. I have no indication as to what's happening in California or Department of Justice. Why do I say that? Federal and the federal drug trafficking, because of the multiple jurisdictions, could implicate federal crimes,
issues, yeah,
as are indicated in the complaint.
Because when you go state to state, then the feds have to get involved, because then it's interstate. You taught me that. I don't know. What are the legal claims that she is alleging against Sean Puffy Combs?
So there are numerous, right? What happens is when you file a complaint, you put what's called causes of action. And the causes of action relate to what we talked about in terms of sex trafficking that is in multiple jurisdictions, as I noted, whether it were Miami, whether it was California, whether it was in New York, right? Taking Ms. Ventura and having her engage in various acts with male prostitutes, according to the complaint. Issues relating to sexual harassment, sexual assault, sexual abuse, other types of misconduct. And so there are 8 in total relating to issues in New York and relating to issues in California as well, to buttress what the claims are in the complaint.
Just quickly, the defense in this, he gets to respond to all of this, correct?
Without question.
In court.
Without question, Sarah, great point, right? So these are allegations.
Yep.
Right now, vehement denials indicating that this is a money grab, indicating there was going to be some book that came out, him saying this is blackmail, it's bribery, I did not do this, he's entitled to his day in court.
Absolutely.
The process moving forward, he'll file an answer to this. There'll be what's called discovery, that is the exchange of information. I'm assuming there'll be a lot of people deposed, meaning asked questions under oath, and then ultimately there'll either be a trial or a settlement, but his side says this is a mere money grab. Do not believe the hype. That's what we're hearing right now.
Joey Jackson, it's always a pleasure to have you on.